Hey, Pixel Geeks, grab a tea. Jack and her robots, Excel set free. Collect commands, full speed ahead. The series runs from A to Z. Oh, a robot training show. A to Z. Let's go.
Hello. Always need to remember to actually plug in my microphone. I don't actually need my headset because I'm not listening to anything at the moment. So let's take that off. We may as well get the battery charging. Welcome back. We are on session 2 of trying to get through Bushland Adventures. Did I change that image? I don't think I did. Oh well. Session 2 of Bushland Adventures. If for some reason I get my phone call, I will be muting myself and ignoring you guys. Going on to break, something like that. Okay. So, A to Z training spreadsheet. Work this time away, robot. Wow. I'm not sure I remember making the command palette that giant. Or indeed this small. There we go. So, I'm going to open my A to Z training book. And I'm actually going to add a little column over here. Not with this. I'm going to call this and the reason I'm doing that is I kind of want to see how much I get done in each section. Let's do 3 colors then. So I'm going to start with lowest value is a light gray to medium teal. Ooh. You can see how close I am getting to the end. Well, actually, no. I don't know how many sessions it's going to take, but the idea here okay, some clipboard, so copy selection, some clipboard, so copy selection and move to right. Okay, cool. So what I can actually do is I can do that inside this step. Here is our session 2 file. What we're going to do is we're going to make sure that autosave is off, so then I can just keep reopening it. Bring this to the same size as the others. I wish when I resized the half and half, so it's like 1/3, 2/3, it didn't continuously try and resize it back. All right, so in the last session, I managed to get 2 items done on my list of steps. Now, the letter A, which had me solving 1 formula, took me 45 steps. There's going to be at least 12 in this. So I mean, you can interpolate how long this is going to take me. Let's bring up a clock for a timer. Whee. Yep, and we will pop out a 2-hour timer there. So we can see what we're looking at. Let's go. All right. So I might actually just do this. This is literally navigating around the sheet. I might just throw this into the setting of named ranges VBA. So at the end of that, I've got it selecting. That's not the named ranges one. That selects the maps. And then I'll just add this. Okay, so that has gone there, and what I actually want is lab type dot. List columns, can I do 2 and 3? No, we cannot do it like that. Okay. Okay, and then if we go the back. Zero rows, we're going to go across 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. Okay, that should do that intermediate step. Okay, let's test this. Save, come in here. Name range will be. So this should set up our little ranges. Go here. And now I can run the second command, which will be no. Generate table look, no. Get array to look, no. Go to levels, that's actually really useful. So I did actually prep some other stuff that I haven't used yet. Not that one. Sum by step, that's it. So we're going to do a sum by step. Awesome, and then we're going to name this range as well. I should name that range as part of this. Okay, let's close that, no changes. And selection dot name equals let's just call that pack sums. Gotcha. Save. Let's reopen. So that is sum by step, and I think this one is done. Now, can do a wrap on that, that's fine. So that one is done. And my next step, I'm going to be going to level 1. Go to level 1. L1. I mean, technically that was added in session 1. I want a little chart up here. That is a count of this. Okay, so let's just do a little. I do 2 there, and then I'll just like do inserting rows. That way I'm always expanding that. And then I can do a count unique values in array. We love a count unique values in array. Excellent. Hello. I've gone from doing work on my computer to doing play work on my computer. And then that gives us 3. So I can filter this. There we go. Okay. Welcome to watching me actually see what I'm doing this time. I have got this spreadsheet, which is my step-by-step approach. I put like something that's number 2 in here. Okay, cool. So now I want to like, can I do a table for, like insert a recommended chart for that? I mean, yeah. What? No. What is that even doing? 1, 2, 1, 3, 1. No. Let's go with that. Can we not do a nice little line chart? Yeah, let's do that. Drop the title. I don't know what you're doing with that, sorry, so let's select the data. K5 to L6. Awesome. Let's change this. I don't really need to know the exact numbers. Yeah, it needs grid lines. Okay, that's just for my own entertainment. That has nothing to do with what I'm actually trying to achieve today. So let's go back. So we're going to run that, then we're going to run go to level 1. What I would like to do is have a photo of that visible on my screen. So what I'm going to put here is expand that there. Go down to wherever the last row is here. Yeah, 47. And we're going to do a paste special as linked picture. That means I can put this up here. And I can open the other workbook. Here's what's happening this time. Woohoo! Stream is working fine. Oh, we have new reps. Ashley, Lorenzo, and Ella. Well done. Congratulations, guys. Okay, so I've got that. I want to open up my Bushland Adventures session 2. You can keep a copy of this so that I can just reset it if I need to. I'm going to open this one on the left. Oh, now you stupid annoying thing. What are you even doing? Okay, that really pisses me off now. So, in the fun world of Jack, I have this. I've been trying to, I've got my OBS on the right third of my screen and everything else on my left third, left 2/3. And every time I open a file and I try and click it to the left-hand side of the screen, it starts a new connection or it doesn't join to the 1/3, 2/3 line. And now it just wants to resize everything as soon as I'm actively using that so that I can see stuff in the background while I'm working on this one. Anyway, we're going to use OA Robot, go through my first 3 steps. So the first step is B named ranges Bushland Adventures. That should prep our named ranges. Great job. Then we're going to run sum by step last. And that has created a list of I can look up. And now we're going to run go to level 1. Awesome. We can start solving the case. It's only taken me a full session. So this one is looking for that pack thing that we picked up. So I want to actually go, we're in level 1, so I'm going to go right 3 and down 2. Actually, let's go control right. Okay, so a command that literally does a control right. Let's do it. Send keys. Put that one in our A to Z training. I don't need a launch code for that. This is just navigation. I kind of am annoyed that I'm creating all of these stupid navigation things, but there's a reason. And so that I can navigate around the workbook. Okay, and this one is, I'm going to put it in here. Control right. Confirm. I don't think that's right. I think right comes like this, so. And I'm going to click OK on that one. And then I'm also going to do Control Shift down twice. Another send keys command. Select down. Again, this is navigation. Why am I spending my time creating navigation things in Excel, you may ask? And this is so that I can just run. No, that's not right. There. Okay, and it doesn't like that. No. Down. Yay! Okay. This is just so that I can run all of my commands one after the other, and it will do the whole process for me. So I'm going to get bored of actually doing these step by step, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into here and actually run them from scratch. But for now, we're going to run Control right, and that did not work. Control right. Okay, let's try again. We use what they're saying here. But this did not work last time. This actually wrote the word right. C? Control R, I, G, H. I mean, that's Control G, right? Okay. Navigation, not easy. Okay. Let's put example 1 back in here. Oh my god, it's like changed the format and everything. Doesn't matter. I need to get this. That doesn't actually matter what's in there. I will come back and work on a copy of this anyway. Okay, so I definitely, my move right one has right. I was a send keys. Let's duplicate that one. Let's see if I can. So that just pressed. So it is pressing right when it does the right, but it's not pressing control right when it. That's so annoying. Ooh, my fire is nearly dead. definitely... No! I mean, do I really want to write some VBA for this shit? Okay, let's write some VBA for this shit. It's going to be, this is sub select. Select input and replace. And then we're going to get it to prompt for the word we want to take out, space hours. And then we're going to, okay, so it's actually called a string input, and I know we're technically replacing, but we're going to call it remove because I'm removing it. String. Now, this is so messy. This is very messy code. Okay. We're going to need some object cell. Okay, if object cell the value is not empty, we're going to do and that's it. Awesome. So I'm going to add that as a VBA command. But before I do, I need to work something out in OA Robot. And I've not really used many parameter inputs where it prompts the user for a parameter input. Oh, wait, no, this needs to run automated. How does my automation run when I push inputs, the parameters? Utilities. Get next case, run robot command. Command name is string. One command running. Yeah, okay, that's great, but where am I running it from? MISC. I've got create run commands from sheet. There we go. Mm. So this checks my command sheet, finds command, goes down, does these by name. That is capitalized. And it's been done, so I can just do that color. Actually, you know what? Let's say that's good. So it runs these. There's a shortcut code. I want to see if there's an input. Who put scroll lock on? So this one I'm going to call something like, what am I even trying to do? Remove from input. And the parameter here would be okay. So what I can do in my code here is when it runs, when I do run robot command, or XLL, run command by name, command name, can I put parameters in? This is a question for Eric. We need an Eric. Hello. So, arrayrobot.xl add in oxll run command by name. I cannot see the add-in for the code, can I? So let's close you. We don't need you right now. Okay, I'm gonna have to work out how to automate that. Let me set up. Oh, this is a very jump. Do I go direct or do I ask on the Discord or do I ask in? Let's ask in WhatsApp. Arrayrobot dot xl add in object calling run command by name. Okay, I've put the question out there. We will see what comes of this. Okay. That answer is out there. I can come back to this and then I will see what happens. So I can see how to run this. I don't know if it's going to run it with a parameter. For now, we're going to forget automating that. And I'm just going to create a remove from input command that pulls in a parameter. But before I do that, I need to find something else that is a VBA type command. So filter by command types. That's not it. There we go. So if we just get some VBA macro commands up. No, I just want to see the VBA macro commands. Grr. Okay. Something that isn't from me because I haven't done this before. Format formulas, generate table look. That won't have a parameter input. No. Import array robots lambdas, paste translate formula, move out of functions, search workbook, specified functions. Uses specified functions. Nope, no, that's just volatile, select spell parent, toggle expand formula bar, add time. That's the current time, and that's mine. Auto fit visible rows. No, we don't want auto fills. Backup active sheet, all sheets, backup sheets, chart description. I made that. Okay, clean sheet. Does that actually clean a sheet, or does that create a clean sheet? I've got create a blank sheet. That's based on cell value. So technically it's got an input, but it's not asking for an input. Yeah, that's based on active cell. Okay, so we're going to go on to Array Robot website. Oh, I can see what's happening on my channel. So if we go over here, welcome to Inception with my channel. And home automation, documentation. So what we want to do is creating commands, adding components, naming commands, personalizing commands. Input. So set by the user at command runtime, this user will be presented with an input box. That's exactly what I'm looking for. At the moment, I'm looking for an input box. And I can change that to run the command. So how does that look? Reference parameters, general property. prompter, select the input parameter. Yeah, but how do you use an input parameter? I can get it. How do I specify it? The parameter type determines how. No. Parameter expressions, application expressions. Simple use input parameter, there we go. Plus my number. Since you haven't defined a parameter with this name, it will automatically use it for input. Okay, cool. Let's do that then. Let's see how this works. Oh, I'm in the wrong section. Cancel. I was busy working on navigation. All right, so we're going to select an input and remove. Here the string remover string is we're just going to do a parameter. It's unspecified, so it will ask the user. Is the idea? I don't want to launch code for that. Convert. Formatting formula, data, maintenance, navigation, number, paste, remove. I'm going to go with replace. I didn't realize there was a thing in there. Even though it's called remove, I'm going to go with replace. Okay, I don't need it to do that. Click OK. So I am now back in here. Okay, so we're in this example one, which we've already broken. We're going to run the new command, select input and remove. It's now asking for that. Yes. And what we're going to run with this one is space hours. Click OK. Oh, I need to press it 3 times. Okay, let's close that one. And then we're going to reopen it after I've fixed the VBA here. This is like bad VBA practice, by the way. Don't do this. The only reason I'm doing this is because send keys is not working with control right, and it's doing some weird ass shit. The arrow keys don't seem to work very well with send keys. So let's try this again. We're going to open up session 2. And I've hopefully structured this so that I can make this workbook there. Let's close that for now. There I can see what I'm doing. So what I'll run here is name ranges B. That will create all my named ranges. And then we're going to sum by step. So that has created a sum by step of the weight for the pack items, and that is in the pack sums range. Then we're going to go to level 1. Why is the keyboard shortcut for go to level 3 the same as level 1? It's not. Anyway, then we're going to run our new command, select input and remove, and we're going to remove hours. That did not work. So go to the right, Control Shift down. Wait, is it repeatedly running? Oh, for God's sakes. That's still. Jack, stop it. Fuck's sakes. That's so annoying. Okay, but why is the selection not working? So let's go back to my VBA here. Let's try that. So I'm here. That's better. So I need to do the index all down twice in the same step. Gotcha. And now we want to do a lookup below. I want to have it go to the right. Do that in a second, but first. Next lookup. What do we call this? Pack sums. Choose calls pack sums 1. Choose calls pack sums 2. Does X lookup not work on ranges? Oh, I know. I'm going to use VLOOKUP. On an array. No, we're not. Pack sums hash. Huh. Oh, that's hard coded. Okay, so we can just make that Okay. Awesome. You go out the way. That is 2.3, and it picks up the one below as a default. So it finds the previous one. Yeah, okay, so we can do that. In which case I may as well just use XLOOKUP because I'm not going to use VLOOKUP. Okay, no. Okay. Make a formula command of active cell dot value. And we're going to do a lookup named range column E. Yeah. Let's make that LK2. And the tags would be, do we have a lookup section here? How do we not have a lookup section? Select. Analysis for specific filter font. I mean, it's okay. We're going to have active cell dot value, and we're going to set a target destination range address as active cell offset 0, 2. I'm going to go 2 to the right, and I think this is why we read destination range address. And let's look for destination. We're using expressions. Destination range address. Maybe enter the application expressions. I know there's an offset somewhere. Ah, there we go. Active cell dot offset. Okay. Okay. And then this one here, we're going to put into range name. Got. Oh, will this work? I don't know how this is going to work. I did this with a game thing in the last one, but that was more selecting. Fine. Well, let me play with it until I've done this. Range, use range. So that doesn't offset. Let's have a look at range. Range format expressions, that's it. Address, absolute, we don't want its address. I don't want its value. Oh, converting to a Python reference value. Cool. We don't want alternative formats. God damn it. Active cell selection, clipboard, mining range. I should just be pasting this with that. Okay, so oh, there we go. Current region. Dot current region. There we go. Intranet dot current region close. God damn it. Copy the active cell. What else have I got to work with? Oh, could be the range in the clipboard. No, I can't jump back up there. Oh, so that's actually got another square in my named range. I got it. Gotcha. So we can just do... Let's try that. So now I am doing... That's selected, and if I run look up from column 2, grrr, it does it for the current cell. Okay, fine. Why can't I run this as a... Does VLOOKUP not work on that? Is VLOOKUP too old for this shit? That works. What if I don't put the value in there? I just go selection. We can do selection value. Let's try that. Close, but no cigar. Let's drop the value. Yes, okay. All of this for nothing. Okay, we're getting there, we're getting there, we're getting there eventually. Okay, so now that can do that. How do I get the input for this? Okay, so I feel like this should be... when I copy that. It's not navigation. Is it erase? That is an array. So when it's pasting it in the yeah. Outputs. No, I don't want that. I don't want a keyboard shortcut. True. Runs that macro. Destination is selection. What if I don't want it as okay. Okay, so if I'm here, let's delete this. Let's see if I can get this. That's selected. I run lookup from column 2. I want to go pack sums. That creates that. Move down 1, move down 1, shift control down. Is there shift control down working now? Select down. Did not do it. Nope. Okay, so what if I... Okay, I can control shift S from there. I didn't know I could do that. Okay, that's cool. That makes life a bit easier. So if I've got this, look up from column 2 and arrange pack sums, control shift S. Actually, let's assume these are dead. It stops here. If I control shift S on the first cell, does it do it? That is 1 hour. I'm going to take a... Hello, Stephen. I'm going to take a little pause break here. You can watch my catchy song play on repeat for a few minutes. And then I'm going to come and find out when control shift S works.
Hey, looks so geeks, grab a tea. Jack and her robot robots excel, set free. Collect commands, full speed ahead. The series runs from A to Z. Oh, a robot training show. A to Z. Let's go. Hey, Pixel Geeks, grab a tea. Jack and her robots excel, set free. Collect commands, full speed ahead. The series runs from A to Z. Oh, a robot training show. A to Z. Let's go. Hey, Pixel Geeks, grab a tea. Jack and her robots excel, set free. Collect commands, full speed ahead. The series runs from A to Z. Oh, a robot training show. A to Z. Let's go. Hey, Pixel Geeks, grab a tea. Jack and her robots excel, set free. Collect commands, full speed ahead. The series runs from A to Z. Oh, a robot training show. A to Z. Let's go. Hey, Pixel Geeks, grab a tea. Jack and her robots excel, set free. Collect commands, full speed ahead. The series runs from A to Z. Oh, a robot training show. A to Z. Let's go. Hey, Pixel Geeks, grab a tea. Jack and her robots excel, set free. Collect commands, full speed ahead. The series runs from A to Z. Oh, a robot training show. A to Z. Let's go.
And we're back. So, you may have noticed I added a little on a break sign in the middle of the break screen, which is good. Let's get back to work. We've kind of done this one. When it creates that, it selects that. Now I just need to create something that selects the used range or the spell range. It's not going to be VBA. No, I don't want that because that did not work. Let's go to the formula command. We're going to go with I don't want to set the formula. God damn it. What else can I create? They're just like a blank command template. That's a macro expression. I mean, I can write a macro that just literally selects the spell range. I can use spell parents and spell parent dot Okay, we're gonna have to go here for this one. Okay, let's go with a range shot spell. Yeah, I've got that. I don't want that. I want the spell to range. Oh, with a current region. Let's try Mr. Exile. I don't want to do the hash. I suppose I could do the address and then do the hash. That doesn't work. Oh, you're looking for multiple ranges. That's not quite the question we're looking for. I'm just using the hash. I don't really want to do that. Spilling to range, that's the word I'm looking for. Done. This is a stupid one. I feel like I should just be able to have that as a command. This I feel like is just navigation, or is it select? Okay, cool. And we're just going to go with that. Okay, so we're going to select the spell range. I'm going to go Control-Shift-S, which is that function. What is Control-Shift-S, by the way? Save answers to left. No, I was... Save game answer to left. From MEWC robot. Gotcha. So let's update our training plan. We're going to remove hours from input. Then we look up from column 2. Which I've created in this section. What the hell are these data ranges you're doing? Yeah, I don't want that one. Okay, look up from column 2, then we were running select spell range because we were in that one. And here our input was pack cells. Select spill range. Remove from input. Then we selected the spill range, and then we did the Control Shift S one, which was save game answers to left from MEWC. MEWC robot. Awesome. Okay, whatever. We're gonna mark those as done, and we actually can then do a go to level 2. And at 49 minutes left to go, we have, it's just taken us just over an hour to do level 1. This is so much fun. Okay, that saves the answers to the left. And now we're going to run go to level 2. Awesome. This shows us level 2. Consider the following planned hikes. How long will they take to carry out? So what we actually want to do, you don't need to consider the weight of your pack. We're going to take a copy of the remove from last. Was that was a macro, wasn't it? Okay. I can't write penultimate, because what if I want it 3 from the end? Then I'm going to have to come up with a new word for penultimate. Yeah. Okay, so select input. Okay, so we're going to do select input pre-1 and remove. I'm going to end to right select offset 0 rows -1 column. Save. And over here we're going to do a add a VBA macro command, select input pre-1. And there was like a whole do replace. R-1. I'll go with that. And I'm going to click OK on that. Oh, no, we need to put an input parameter here. There we go, that will prompt me for the parameter. And in here, I'm going to just do a go back to the sheet. And we're going to remove kilometers. Awesome. So let's have a go at that one. We're going to select input pre-1 and remove. We're going to remove kilometers. And now we actually have that prepped. Now we're going to, I want to select one to the right. Select next column. I'm just going to do it like that. Selection dot offset select. New VBA macro command. We're going to select next column. Let's say it's an A to Z. We're going to have a tags. It's going to be navigation or select. And then that'll do. F2 that one, Control C, escape, come over here. And we're going to put that in here. So let's run that one. Select next column. Awesome. So that's not just moving one to the right, it's actually moving the whole selection to the right. Now I want to do a lookup. Oh, I can do an indirect on these, can't I? Yes. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, that was a great one. I love that one. Let's do that one. Oh, I love that one. I hope I don't have to use that again. I should actually Control-Shift-R that and then do that. So let's undo that. Don't save. We're going to start all of this again. But Control. What is Control-Shift-R? Duplicate array to right. That one. So that's from Array Robot, Volume 1. And then we're going to run it in direct. That is awesome. I'm sorry. Okay. I think this one deserves. I mean, that's getting us most of the way through like question 2 in like a lot faster than it took question 1. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, okay. Let's start again. Now I can't do parameters, so I need to kind of find a way of doing these. So for now, I'm just going to mark those as bad in here, just so that I know what I'm going to be putting in there. Okay. Let's hit save before I do any of this. So we're going to open Bushland Adventures session 2. Excellent. So as you can see, I've still got my list up here of the ones that I'm doing. So this is a fresh open of Bushland Adventures. We're going to run all the steps I've got. So first, name ranges B. So this should name all our ranges quite nicely, including creating. No, we're going to do a sum by step. And then we'll take what we've got in the clipboard and turn it into a step-by-step sum. Now, it hasn't done it as an array. I might need to have a chat with Eric about how I can do that. But our next one is we're going to go to level 1. This is level 1. We want to remove from input. So we're going to run, where am I? Select input and remove. I need to actually, yeah. I'm going to run select input and remove. That's going to go to the last input. And we want to remove the word hours from there because that's just interfering with us. And then with this 2.3 hours, we're going to do a lookup from column 2, and the range we're going to look up, we're going to use the active range around that, is pack sums. And that gives us the answer. We're then going to select spill range. And then we're going to run Control-Shift-S, which is save game answer to the left. That gives us the answers to level 1. We've now got 80 points. And we're going to go to level 2. Now we're going to do the same thing as before, but we're going to select input pre-1. So it's the previous one to the last input. So R-1. And we want to remove kilometers from that. Then we're going to go select next column. That's that column. We're going to Control-Shift-R to duplicate this array to the right. It's now selected that one, which is good. And then I can do an indirect on this one. And now I actually want to take divide 2 to the left by this one. So we're going to need to select previous column. Okay, so first up is select previous column. We can just go right over, just into VBA. And here we're going to do a okay, so that's to select the previous column. And that should be select. Okay. So now we're going to run select previous column twice. And then we're going to Control-Shift-R to get that to the right. It's going to select it. Oh, hello, you. That's going to be annoying. Oh well, doesn't matter. We can do a then. This is going to be a arrays. What does this one do? We've got create data table, link onto cell. Oh yeah, okay, that's cool. Create blank sheet, run commands from sheet. Nope. Utilities will just be Where did I create the one that does like a little sum to the left sort of thing? So these aren't case specific, but they are kind of pointless. So select something, and then we're going to do another duplicate array to the right. Okay, cool. That's my icon. Duplicate array to the right, and then I did something with like a multiply array by leftmost array. Huh. Multiply array left. So there was a formula, active cell times active cell dot current region dot cells. I don't want that array. But I can definitely use this one. So let's go duplicate. And we're gonna go divide selection by values to left. By values 1 column to the left. Save that for later. Active cell formula over active cell dot offset minus 1 column. Let's see if that works. Okay, and does this work? Divide selection by values to the left, actually. Divide selection left. Let's see if it does it with a non-contiguous selection. Yeah. I think it didn't work because it's not non-contiguous selection, so we need to do something about this. I think when this goes, let's delete all of these. So I'm on this and I do Control Shift R. Okay. Indirect. Oh, so it's making it before then. Why? What is running before then? Go to level 2. Oh, this should be go to level 2. Select input pre on and remove. Select next column. Okay, so let's do that. So I've removed kilometers. Now if I go select next column, Control Shift R, indirect. Maybe I just messed that up at some point. Select previous column. Select previous column. Control Shift R. Huh. So it's a Control Shift R after the previous column. It's this one here. Okay, that didn't work well. Don't want that. Okay, if this was selected like that, divide selection by left. Offset 0, 1 value. Does that work? Let's try that. Doesn't like that. Error moving. The output formula was not valid. So this isn't done as a full array. get array 2 up. Oh, okay, no, I don't want that. What if I will do a make array to right that turns that into an array? And then I can use it for both of those steps. Okay, let's try that. So that's a duplicate array to write in array robot. Shall we go digging? Let's go digging. I've already got duplicate array formula to write. I don't actually want that though. So this is so if I want to actually duplicate array to the right and call this make array to right. Adds array from referencing the active selection. Equals selection. And active cell spell parent spelling to range columns 1, adjacent blank cells 1 1. Okay, let's try that. And I'm not going to do this. Let's drop the keyboard shortcut. Excel active cell is in spelling to range. I don't need that. I just need that there is a selection. Selection intersects with singular selection is, how about not selection is empty. Excel selection is multiple cells. Perfection. We're not going to save this in here, no. Why won't you let me save it in here? Okay, fine. Let's move this to here. No, I don't want to duplicate it. Oh, fuck's sakes. Cancel. Delete that one. Right. We're going to make array to write. Adds array formula to write, referencing the active selection. That's an A to Z training. I'm going to do MAR. This is not volume 1, but we will do arrays. Nope. Not analysis. Equals selection, and then the target is active cell dot columns dot cells. Let's go cells 1 dot adjacent blank cells 1 delete this, take that out, but we do want Excel selection is multiple cells and not Excel selection is single area. Okay, let's try that one. So we're going to change this and do this as a make array to right. Same with this one, and let's try that. We've got 20 minutes left in today's session. Let's see if we can finish level 2. So at this point, we will have this selected. We're going to run the new make array to right. Lovely. We're now going to run indirect. What if I did a biro? I'm not sure if it's going to accept indirect on a biro. Oh, it does. Okay, so what we're going to do there is add a formula command that does indirect biro. We're going to do this as a wrap. Indirect by row, and we're going to click OK. We're going to go change this in here. So we've now done an indirect by row. Let's try that again. We have that selected. Make array to right. Indirect by row. Wonderful. I need to select the spell range. Select spell range. Select previous column. Select previous column. Have I done that? So make array to right, indirect by row. I need to insert a select spell range in here. Make array to the right. Divide selection by values to left. Okay, so this one I can change. Divide array by array to left. So this is active cell dot spell parent dot equals. Click OK on that one. It's fine, but if I do a multiply array by leftmost array, what was I using here? Active cell.current region.cells11 spelling 2 range. Okay, so that's just doing a current region to get the first one. So if I do this, active cell spelling 2 range.formula is equal to active cell offset 0 minus 1, capitalize my offset, spelling 2 range. Okay. Run that. Yes! 2.92 hours. Multiplying this by 60, we would get that and then round. Okay, we're almost there. We can do that one in 15 minutes easily. So I do need to include my select spell range in here. And this one was select step, not remove from memory, select input and remove. Yep. That's not actually divide selection by values to left anymore. It is divide array by array to left. Okay, so the previous column is SPC. Make array right. Make array right. I don't think I did an inject. Select next column. Remove -1, which I don't think matched that one anyway. Okay, we've got divide array to left. So this one's going to be probably used only for this. Multiply by 60. Anyway, convert. Yeah, let's call that convert. I'm going to mark that as specific to this one. We don't often multiply by 60. And then we're going to do round to 0 decimal places. Let's check if we've got one for that. I do. It's called round to 0. R0. We've gotten a lot more steps done. So let's check if we can. We've got the divide array to the left, array by array to the left in the previous one. So we've got that selected. We're now going to do a multiply by 60. And then we're going to round 0. And then we're going to go Control Shift S to save game answers to left. No, we're going to go select spell and then Control Shift S. And we've got our answer. So with 10 minutes to spare, we've finished levels 1 and 2, and we've got 180 points. Yes. Okay, so I rounded to 0, select spell, and save game answer to left. So that is the same as those. This is looking good. All right. That is actually looking pretty damn good. I feel like we should do a test run, but let's go to level 3, see what we've got. There's level 2. Now we run level 3. And that takes us to level 3. Oh, immediately I can remove, select input pre1 and remove. I'm going to remove kilometers. That gives us that. How much of question 3 can we get done in 8 minutes? I don't think I should. Okay, let's make an array to the right. Select spell. Select previous column. Make array right. Indirect by row. Okay, so we're going to do select input previous and remove. Make array to the right. Then we're going to select spell range and select previous column. And then we're going to make array to the right. And then we're going to do the indirect by row. Okay, so that's r minus 0. Okay, now we've got an indirect by row. I feel like I have 5 minutes left. We have hiking distance. So so select input pre1 and remove. So remove. Moving kilometers, that's done. Now we're going to make array. No. We're going to select next column. And then we're going to make array right. Then we're going to indirect by row. Select next column. Okay. Select column, make array to row, indirect by row. Now we want to select spell range. Select previous column. Select previous column again. Make array to right. Divide array by array to the left. Yes, that's our 3.229. That is a third of the way through question 3. So that's actually not bad. I might call it there. So that's our speed. So I could do a lookup 2. And the lookup range is pack sums. Gah. Okay, almost. Whatever I did with the lookup range there. Previously, I want to do that again. Look up from column 2, pack sums. I think that was looking up individual values rather than an array. But this one. I've made an array to the right. I can then duplicate array to the right. So if I was to VLOOK up this, selection dot spill parent dot spilling to range. Okay, we are out of time. My 2-hour timer is up. I think there was something using spilling to range and spill parent. So if we go back here, there we go. Spill parent, spilling to range. I can put these inside the square brackets, so I'm not quite sure why that's not working. Could I just go active cell dot spill parent dot spilling to range? Huh. So now I can look up from column 2 of the pack sums range, and there's awesome, it worked. So I feel like I've done something there. Okay. Excellent. So that now gives us the next step of that question. So that would give us an adjusted speed based on some of these. So we'll do a little formula, multiply by 1,000, round it, and then we're done. So I think coming in here, we're actually looking pretty good for next time. That is a lot more than I expected to do today, given the last round I did these steps. Although the go-to level ones I actually produced in session 1. So I changed that. But given we did all of this in the last kind of 8 minutes, a lot of the groundwork has been done. And hopefully that can then be reused in the upcoming levels. Right, I will be back again soon to do another version of that stream. Enjoy my exciting outro music. Yay.
Hey, Excel geeks, grab a tea. Jack and her robots, Excel set free. Collect commands, full speed ahead. The series runs from A to Z. Oh, hey robot, train